Hola, peoples. Good morning. Welcome. All right. So I hope everyone is doing well. Hope you have your coffee or tea, whatever it is that you are drinking, whenever you're watching it. We're recording in the morning, so I'm going with that. But grab your snacks and let's just have fun. Today, I say let's have fun, but the data today, the information today, might be a little heavy. So we can talk about it absolutely fine. We can process it together and start something, right? So, yeah, I chose a card from my therapet's affirmation deck, and the card that comes forth is anxiety lies. Anxiety lies. There is no doom incoming, and you're managing everything just fine. Anxiety lies. There's no doom incoming, and you're managing everything just fine. So, what does that say to you? How does that make you feel? At first, when I read this, I was a little offended because I'm like, but it feels so real. Like when you're in that moment. Again, everyone's anxiety is different, so we can't compare ourselves. But like when you're in those moments where it's like this intense anxiety, it's so real to you. It is so real. And it's so frustrating because you do know, like anxiety lies. Absolutely. You recognize, like, oh, hello, welcome. But this isn't true. I'm feeling these things and I realize it's not true, but I'm still feeling it. Like, example, when I have to go to the doctor, um, I have intense and it gets better the more I go because I know what to expect. But there's also, there's just so many different factors that you just don't know. And I have a lot of anxiety. I have like sometimes it's hard for me to breathe, and that in my head I'm like playing out all of these different things as I'm at the doctor's office, and I recognize, like, look, we've been through this. I know everything I'm thinking is not necessarily fact. There is no doom incoming here. I'm here to just for a regular checkup. It's okay. You're okay. Um, and I think that it's important for us to really process this because we recognize there's intensity right now for us. Whatever it is that we're going through, we have intense emotions or intense thoughts about something, and it is important for us to allow ourselves to process that in any way and remind ourselves as well. Like, you know what? Um, I am going through something, I am processing something, I feel some type of way, but at the same time, I also recognize that I am most likely making it more of something than it really needs to be. I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. Things are fine. Like I feel like as we have anxiety, and again, everyone deals with their own anxiety differently, and we have to honor that. But as we have these very intense, anxious moments in our life, it's important for us to find out how to manage it. So sometimes it's taking a step back, like when we're going through that, as best as we can, taking a step back and just saying, you know what, I'm taking a breather. Everything's going to be okay. I will get through this. And sometimes that's enough for me personally. It's like, when I'm having these extreme like anxiety moments, it's like, I have to have it. Like, I have to process this. I'm going through it. But I also realize, like, I'm going to be okay once this is done. So it's like that helps me. Does that make sense? That helps me process these things. It's like, okay, I allow myself the experience of this anxiety because I can't necessarily change the course of it now, but I can change the way I think about it as I'm going through it. And so I recognize, like, you know what, at the end of this, I do realize, like, I'm going to be okay. Things are going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. And that helps a lot. Okay. So let's just think about that as we get into our card for this morning. Okay. It's the Eight of Cups. So it kind of makes sense, it kind of makes sense that this card, Anxiety Lies, there's no doom incoming and you're managing everything just fine, comes up. Look at the shade this moon is throwing down here. Like, look at you, look at you. You feel judged, right? You feel like someone is judging you, something is judging you. And you're walking, look at this mountain, there's water and rocky water too. You're walking away from something, you don't look scarred too much, right? Here, this figure doesn't look scarred too much, but emotionally depleted, emotionally kind of like drained a little, like just overwhelmed, and not like I'm experiencing all the emotions, I'm throwing it out there, but it's just like, oh, I've been through an emotional experience, I've been through all of this stuff, and I'm just so tired. I recognize like I need to move forward. And so there's that anxiety where we feel judged by other people, we feel judged by outside source, and a lot of times it is our projections, and then the other times it does not matter. If people are judging us, that is on them, that is what they have to deal with, that is their stuff. That is not something we have to carry with us as we move forward for ourselves. And so with the Eight of Cups, okay, it's just tiredness. It's like I'm overwhelmed. But I also recognize, like, with the Eight of Cups, there is this like dig deeper. Like I have to dig deeper. And that's kind of, that is why, not kind of, but that is why I titled this morning's video "Dig Deeper: What is Beyond My Anxiety." And so it's time for us, again, for us to dig deeper into who we are, into what our emotional, like, maybe traumas are, or just not even trauma, but like what our emotional hangups are right now. Like, what are we going through that we are emotionally attached to? And let's dig deeper. We might have this anxiety come up, and so we don't want to dig deeper. And so again, you have to gauge it for yourself. When you're able to, it is important that we do that. And so when we recognize, like, oh, this is coming up, this emotional thing is coming up, or this spiritual thing is coming up for me, and I'm kind of scared to explore it, well, that fear is hindering the progress of moving forward. And so it is important that we, honor that fear, but we, again, dig deeper and try to get to the core, so we really understand what is beyond this anxiety that I have, and at the end of it, it's like, oh, I feel so good. I feel fine. Sorry, I just got distracted. Do you see this right here? This leaf looks like a bird. I don't know if that's on purpose or what, but that leaf looks like it's a shape of a bird. Anyways, that's funny. So anxiety lies. There is no doom incoming, and you're managing everything just fine. So recognize, like, you're going to be okay. You will get through this. You will be fine. And so whatever you need to process, allow yourself that, but also trust that there is hope, there is light, information, there is support at the end of this, through this, right? And dig a little deeper and go beyond that anxiety. What is there? And again, when we dig deeper and we look at what is beyond our anxiety, how does that make us feel? And why are we scared of it? Are we scared of allowing ourselves to be emotionally cared for and satisfied, taken care of, right? Are we scared of being happy? Are we scared of allowing ourselves to just be, to live, and to experience our life, right? Does that make sense to you? And so that's what's coming up with the Eight of Cups. It's time to recognize that the situation that we are in, as much as it gives us the anxiety, I feel as well for some it's going to be like, I'm so scared to leave my situation, I am so scared to move forward. And so with the proper steps and the proper support system in place, it may be time for us to address this. It may be time for us to say, you know what, now is the time for me to start making plans, setting goals, so that I can move forward in life and get out of this situation that I'm in. And so I have to do what is right for me. Okay, and so that's the Eight of Cups with anxiety lies. What do you think? How does that make you feel? Do you have any last minute thoughts or comments? Please feel free to express yourself. And if you're watching a recording of this later on, please still feel free to express yourself and how what you think about the cards and the affirmations and such. So I'm always looking forward to seeing what you have to say and your thoughts on things, because we are co-creating this experience together. That's the most important thing. We are here to support one another, to uplift one another, and to just be there. Sometimes we can't be uplifting. Sometimes we just have to sit with each other in this murky, somber type energy, and that's okay. We're here together, and we know that there's always going to be hope. There's always going to be something that we can focus on to help us feel a little better. So if you have any last minute thoughts, go ahead and comment. Again, I thank you so much. And I come back after this is processed, I come back and read comments too, and I try to engage with anything as well. So definitely leave those comments. And if you want to support this channel, this adventure, this experience, if you want to make sure we are able to keep doing these things, feel free to check out the link in the description. You know, I have a link to my Amazon wish list, PayPal, for donations, as well as, you know, anything I don't have to buy for myself on my Amazon wish list. That's more money I actually get to put towards, I have like need-based services. And so when someone needs a reading, you know, I want to be able to provide for them and not no judgment based on what, you know, income or anything like that. And so the donations, they help me to keep going and to offer those need-based services. So that's really cool. And I really do appreciate it. Because I want to make sure that I'm able to be of service and share with as many people who want to work with me. You know what I mean? So I love that, and that helps a lot. So again, thank you. And then you can find me on Instagram. I've been crocheting a lot, y'all. I know I'm rambling. But I've been crocheting a lot and trying to just like de-stress. These videos help me to de-stress because I like sharing time and space with you. Crocheting helps me to de-stress. And doing the readings that I do help me as well. So thank you for being a part of that. I will talk to you later this afternoon when we do our afternoon Deviant Daily. So I look forward to seeing you there. And again, thank you. I'll talk to you later. All right? Take care.